Everyone, and a happy Sunday. I hope you guys had a wonderful weekend and hopefully you enjoyed a nice Mother's Day today for those who are celebrating and are just relaxing and enjoying the weather. We are moving full tilt into May now. Hard to believe that at the end of this week, we're halfway through May. We've approaching the long weekend as well. So you'll notice that in our lessons this week, everything will be due Tuesday at 8 a.m. And the reason for that is because Monday is actually a holiday. It's also my son's birthday, which is very exciting. He's turning 3, which I still cannot believe. But that's life. Time goes so fast. So everything is due on Tuesday morning at 8 a.m. this time around. And that's the reason, if you were wondering. Okay. So we're actually moving into our third unit now, which I explain in this sort of first paragraph here is actually my favorite unit of the course. And mostly it's because we do a lot of dynamic in-classroom activities. And of course, we're not going to be able to do that here, which is unfortunate. But I still think you'll like the content. The unit is entitled Culture and International Global Marketing, basically. So it encompasses culture, logistics, and global marketing. So logistics is like supply chain management, which is actually really interesting, especially in a time of COVID-19. So we'll cover some of that content over the next couple of weeks. So our week ahead, we're starting right away into the unit since we finished off our SLAM last week. And the first lesson here is this introduction to culture. Now, I'm doing something a little bit different with this lesson. You've each received actually a copy of this lesson in Google Classrooms. So this is your own copy. The reason for this is because you're actually expected to go into the lesson and complete some of the blank slides. So I'll open this up for you here and I'll kind of explain what I'm talking about as we go through it. So your expectation is to go through the lesson contents as always, of course, and make notes or write things down that maybe are confusing to you. If you need to ask me for some individual questions, send me an email. That's no problem. But this is a copy. So you actually are going to go in and answer some questions throughout the document, and then you're going to submit that for grade. Okay. So you'll see here that I've got some different content here for you to look at. I'm just going to kind of scroll until I can see an example. So on this slide, you are expected to provide some answers to the questions from the previous slide. So that would look like these questions here. How would you define Canadian culture? Is Canada the same as everywhere else? You're actually going to answer those questions right here. Okay. There's going to be things like this throughout the slideshow. So in order to achieve the marks for this particular document or assignment, you do have to complete those questions in the slideshow, and then you submit that for grade. Hopefully that makes sense. But again, just email me if you have any questions. So you have a work period on Tuesday for this. On Wednesday, you've been assigned a reading on cultural awareness and Indigenous people in Canada. So this is kind of a more of a domestic perspective on how we treat our Indigenous culture in Canada specifically. So it's really interesting. So the reading here, and then of course there's questions for you to complete. So this is also something that's been given to you in classroom. You've each received a copy of this document, so you can answer the questions directly on the page and submit that for grade when you're done. And the answers are based from this reading. Thursday, you have a work period. And then there's a discussion post on this country profile reading that has been posted as well. Again, all of this has already been posted for you, so you can work ahead if you want to ensure you don't have any work over the long weekend. But this is all here for you. So you're expected to review that reading and then select 2 different countries from this reading, and then share with your classmates 2 tips for doing business in these countries. So you'll be sharing 4 tips in total. And you're going to just basically select 4 tips that you found interesting or as unique as it compares to Canadian culture. Then you're going to be expected to comment on 2 peer posts as per usual. And I have been really noticing the students that are doing that. So please take 5 minutes out of your day to actually do that and engage with your classmates during this time. It's especially important. Okay. So that's basically it. Just getting us started into the culture lessons for this course. And I think you'll find it really interesting and a nice kind of chill week as well. No major projects or anything like that. So hopefully that suits you. And if you have any questions, just let me know. I hope you guys are hanging in there. We're almost there, 6 more weeks to go. I have been told that these videos you guys are finding really helpful, and I will keep doing them until the bitter end. And I hope you guys stay with me because we are in this together, truly. All right. hang in there. Have a great week, and I will see you online.